Hello, I am Deb Coviello, the Drop-In CEO, and I am so grateful, as always, that you've joined me on another episode of the podcast where week after week, I have the great fortune of sharing my insights with you, helping you to navigate your challenges with confidence and potentially light a fire inside and inspire you. But this week's episode is a little bit around how I'm feeling, but I think the topic is extremely relevant to many of you out there, but we just haven't had a conversation about it, or maybe you're keeping it inside. But let's just talk about self doubt. Self doubt, if you think about it from a positive perspective, it is a leadership tool to tune into your value. Again, I'm an optimist by choice. And I think self doubt is okay because it causes us to pause and reflect and think about what we should continue, what we might want to change, what might we want to start doing in terms of our business, our career, maybe it's family or other things. So I'll repeat it. Self doubt is going to be the topic today, but from a positive perspective, that it may be your leadership tool to tune into your value. So excuse me. So I will tell you, and again, this is a little bit of reflection for me, but what I want you to do is perhaps think about your situation, whether it's now or in the past, where maybe you have doubted what you're doing and wondering if you should continue down the same path. So I'll start a little bit with my story and what I have realized, and then give you a framework for how you might go through the same process. But again, this is positive. Self doubt is a good thing. So, for the past 3 weeks, while walking my dog Gabby, actually, Gabby is my son's dog. His name is David. He just arrived in Fort Bragg. We've been puppy sitting and we will be delivering her very soon in the next few weeks, but she's delightful and she gets me outside. While walking her, I do choose not to listen to music, except maybe my own podcast, so that I can tune into my own thoughts and find answers. And I've done great work while being in my own business, but sustainability evades me, and I'm wondering if it should continue or change. I know I should continue my work, whether dropping into businesses to solve technical issues or helping business leaders unleash their potential. However, I have to convert those activities into some kind of value, and getting everybody to eventually make the decision for themselves to enlist my services sometimes evades me. And again, I put the value out there week after week in so many different ways, and I've met with many of you and extended my offers, but some choose to maybe not proceed, and that's okay. That's a personal decision. But then in the moment, there is about a bit of self-doubt. So I contemplate these situations. I feel a little bit doubtful about what I'm putting out into the world, but then I realize I do provide tremendous value. And again, that could be you as well, if you simply take the time to reflect a little bit on what is it that you do and signals from the universe. So while I'm trying to figure out what to change and how to change it, again, signals from the universe came my way recently that give me a glimmer of hope and guidance. And I'd like to share a few of them with you in hopes that it will inspire you, because I will tell you, I am inspired because I looked and I listened. So, first one. 3 people this last week responded to my weekly newsletter called The Afterburn, Leadership Lessons to Avoid a Crisis. And they responded by how it impacted them. So it tells me that my writing and thought leadership resonates with my audience. Again, the signals from the universe said, keep going, Deb. So the second one, 3 people I have interviewed on the Drop-In CEO podcast and 2 networking calls. These people all told me I have a great voice, that it is very calming and creates a great experience. So I know this. It is a superpower of mine that my voice is a vehicle for connecting with people and making them feel at ease. Number 3, the list goes on. 3 people have subscribed to the Drop In CEO YouTube channel, where I share my podcast episodes, my video shorts from those same episodes, bonus material in terms of CEO crisis prevention and pep talks. I'm very proud of that work. And I will also tell you, an advocate at one of my clients told another key person that I should be leveraged for more of my value in the organization to really make a difference. And so these signals from the universe are telling me to keep going. And getting back to the YouTube videos, my views are increasing, and it's showing me that I am connecting with people on that platform to reach a broader audience. And if you remember, I've been talking about my theme from 2023 and what those goals were, not metrics, but actual goals, was to invest in myself, invest in my reach, and invest in my well-being. And I will have to say, based on the signals from the universe, that investing in myself and investing in my reach is making a difference. So these 3 observations show me that in written and in audio and in visual content, I'm able to provide insights and inspiration to my community. And also, it shows me that I should continue this work because it is valued by others. But the quest is in pursuit of how to leverage this insight and who will be my guides along the way. So that is my quest for 2024, is to take all this validation, this value that I am being told that I'm providing, is something that I need to leverage in 2024. So it's coming up on March 2024 very soon, for which I do have to finalize my theme and those goals for the year. But I think it'll be something about being big, going way beyond my comfort zone, stop playing it small, increase my reach, and impact more people than I can imagine. And that is one of my aspirations and affirmations. So what does this mean for you? I know I've been sharing a bit of my stories with you and my realization along the way, the self-doubt that I have had. And it's there for a little bit. I have a very short pity party around it, but it's really meant to turn it around to you, to how to turn any self-doubt that you are having into potentially a leadership superpower. So my advice for you, if you're feeling unsettled and experiencing that self-doubt, this is a leadership skill worth leveraging now. Think about it. Are you feeling a little bit of self-doubt? Do you know somebody that's feeling some self-doubt? And if you did in the past, what did you do with that? Did you act on it? Did you go small? Or did you muscle through it and do something about it? But here's my 3 pieces of advice for you, and it is a framework that I have shared a lot with you. So if you're experiencing self-doubt, the 3 things that I suggest is stop. You've heard me say this. Just stop. Stop and take the time you need to talk to yourself and listen to what others are saying. Now, full transparency, I talk to myself all the time, but it's usually to process information and externalize things that I want to say, or processing what I'm feeling, seeing, or hearing in the universe. It's okay to talk to yourself or journal or write it down, or however it is that you want to take that information and listen to what you're saying, listen to what you're thinking, and also what others are saying. Write it down. Take inventory. But unless you stop to take the time, you'll never know and be able to see what your true value is. Now, next, number 2, continue with what you are known for. Again, if people are saying you provide tremendous value, that signal is your your approval to continue. And how can you leverage it and do more of it? So just think about it. Listen to what people are saying you're doing well and continue, because that's how people are going to remember you and the doors are going to open for you. And then finally, I will say, start to act on those talents you've not fully leveraged. Because maybe you love to mentor, maybe you love to train, and you wish you could do more of it. Find a way, whether it's in your current situation or another outlet, to leverage those superpowers and talents that you have. Now, I'll share with you my technical area of competency as I will drop into businesses and look at the landscape and assess whether it's an operational inefficiency or quality issues or leadership dysfunctional dynamics. I am here to solve those particular issues. But oh my, by the way, the fact that my written content, my audio content, and my video content around my thought leadership or the thought leaders of other people, I never, ever would have thought that that was something I should be pursuing, something that I should be pushing out, I should start doing more of, because you never know where this journey is going to take me. But turning back to you, what are those things that you need to start to act on to fully leverage your gifts? And so I promise you, stop and do this assessment on yourself. Look at your self-doubt and determine what you should be acting on, what you're thinking and saying, and what others. Continue, however, what you're known for, because that will be what people remember you by. But start. I beg you, please start to work on those things you haven't fully leveraged. And I promise you, with this framework, you will gain clarity to get back on track. And again, that's my book, The CEO's Compass, your guide to get back on track. I am also your compass, the drop-in CEO. I am here to help you to get back on track. Now, I've given you a lot of different things, resources on this particular podcast, but I mentioned the newsletter. And if you're not currently subscribed to my newsletter, it comes out every week. It is bonus material. It is not material that I put out on anywhere on social media, but it is really about leadership lessons to avoid a crisis. If this is something you're interested in, message me. Let me know. I'd love to add you to my mailing list and for other special content. And it is called The Afterburn. So again, if you want to subscribe to that, please let me know. But if you just want to have a conversation about any self-doubt you have and how you can act on it to get you through not a crisis, but a momentary time where you're reflecting on what's next, I am here for you. So direct message me on LinkedIn or reach out to me on my website, dropinceo.com, and go to my contact page and let's have a brief conversation. I am here for you. I am going to say it again. I want to see you succeed. I don't want you to have any self-doubt. I don't want you to be stuck at a crossroad. Whether you're a C-suite leader now or somebody that just wants to have more impact, I am here for you. Let's talk about your situation. Technically, if it's a technical issue, I have a lot of experience, and if I can't answer it, I know somebody out there that probably can help. I mean, that's why this podcast exists. The guest interviews are my way to expand this network of professionals that might be able to help you in your specific situation or your organization. That is the value that I provide week after week. And so there you have it. My talk to you about self-doubt, a leadership tool to tune into your value, because every one of you has great value to offer this world and to leave a lasting impact. And so with that, I want to thank you for dropping in on another episode of the Drop-In CEO podcast. I'm Deb Coviello, your host, your guide, your compass, and maybe your number 2 to be able to help you get back on track and move forward. And with that, I want to wish you well and much success.